Now I'm using BNC. So when you connect to BNC on your the Raspberry Pi, on top there is a BNC the icon. If you click that BNC icon, then you will have this pop-up windows, and then there is a the IP address. So use this IP address. You can connect to your Raspberry Pi. Now I'm recording from my laptop through BNC. All right. This is a code that DHT sensor data can be collected and posted. In your data, the My Data, so data collects temperature and humidity data, right? If we use this as a list, then what happens is that when it is loaded in MySQL, MySQL has a quote as a text. But if I have a quote within the value itself, then some of the values may be ignored. So in order not to lose such data, rather than having the list format, I list them as a string. So this is a one whole string, okay? And then I print that and then save it. Let me run it. As you can see here, the temperature 17, and then after that there is a 17 C space and then some number percent, right? So I'll change the temperature and humidity a little bit. So it may go up, right? I believe it is, right? 21 Celsius and 46%. So humidity went up. So when I click that to stop and then see it from the database, okay, I rebuilt the database. We access it. So when I scroll that down all the way to the end, see here user ID is John Noon, and the humidity in that square bracket, and Wednesday, March to 2206, 2021, so 11 o'clock at night. Then sensor data is 21 Celsius and 47%. That is somewhere that I see here, yeah, 21 Celsius and 47%. And a little bit above then 21 and 46, then maybe somewhere in 21 and 46, right? And even 39, little above, right? Somewhere at 39. This is for the humidity and sensor data. Okay. Okay, let's try to connect. Okay. All right. So let me open up the Python code for distance sensing. Okay. Again, this request and daytime is also imported. And then our sensor data, this is the same as usually before. And then I have trigger and echo pins according to board GPIO board mode. 7 and 11 pins are used. Others are same, but I have here while loops, and the first give 2 minutes, 2 seconds, so enough time for the ultrasound triggers the objects and then receives the echo. Excuse me. And then I had my ID, John Yoon. By the way, your my ID should be on that Python code, I mean the PHP code, the web server. Your full name needs to be specified. Your first name, and then space, 1 space, and then last name. First name and last name that appears on your blackboard. Okay, exact 2 names with the space in between needs to be stated. Otherwise, it cannot be accessed to my database. Okay. In this case, the sensor type is SRO4, and then type of data is distance, and then I calculate today's date, and then calculate distance. So find the starting time and ending time, so that I have a duration period, and then calculate this. This is the formula, and then I have for distance. Okay, in centimeter. The distance converted to string. Therefore, string can 2 strings can be concatenated. So that is my data. My data is the value for sensor data key in this dictionary format. And then that data in dictionary can be fed in this post function. Okay, Python 3. And initially, so I move this around so it can be bigger, longer distance, right? See here, there's a distance. So yeah, if I put this, then 67 and more, 100 and 123, things like that. Put it down, so shorter distance, and then I can interrupt. Let's see. Okay, and then bring my data here. I refreshed the data. So, for example, let's say from here, let's do a couple of data. User ID John Yoon, HC-SRO4, distance, the March 23, 11 o'clock, and data 115 centimeter. So if we see that, and somewhere here, right? I think 115. Yeah, 115.76. 115.76. The last one is 4.9 centimeter. So 4.9 centimeter. So that has been loaded, right? In this scicq.org JSON sensor DB sensor2. This is the PHP program. All right. In this way, you can post your data to the remote database. One thing that you need to make sure here is that your name, user ID should be a full name, whatever the name that appear on your Blackboard, this class Blackboard. And then, yeah, and then I think you need to, yeah, submit your Python. I think you simply, yeah, I'll describe what you need to do your